Hello YouTube, Cinemabman here, and this is another episode of Sean's DVD collection. Today I will be doing a DVD update. It is March the 10th, 2013. So here's a couple of things that I bought over the last couple of months. Now here's one I didn't include in my last DVD update. I did do an unboxing of this, and it is David Fincher's version of The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. And now I didn't really buy this. I got this off movieextras.co.uk. It's like Sony's version of Disney Movie Awards, and they were changing to a new point system. So they gave us like a DVD and a book, and the book sort of over there. I did actually show it to you in the DVD unboxing. I know my the sound wasn't good, but it's all more like, for example, just pictures speak 1,000 words. So hope you'll forgive me on the sound problem. But here we have the rewards. It's the rewards page. Something to do with Blu-ray 3D, and something about Sony Blu-ray in both English and Russian. Here's what we have. This is this one, and over here we have this two. So I've got this two here, right here. I'm pointing on your left and my right, and I almost nearly dropped that. Boy, it's only, oh well. It, it's sort of scratch resistant, so no big deal. If it snaps in half, then that would be a really big tragedy. Although that may be just the second disc, because this one only has the first disc, so well, no harm, no foul. Next one, the brother got with his same discount, and it's American Pie, the Ultimate Edition. And you don't know about the American Pie movies is it's basically about a group of lads trying to lose their virginity before they graduate. And I am actually a huge fan of the American Pie movies. I especially like the Reunion. Reunion was actually a pretty fun movie to watch. And next one I have is Total Recall. This is the remake, and I actually think this is more superior to the Schwarzenegger version. And it's basically Colin Farrell plays this sort of factory worker who has sort of a dull life, and he is about this company called Recall, which can implant memories. So you could have gone on holiday, you could have done something good, you could have been famous, and apparently they have a secret agent option, which he eventually goes for, and it's basically trying to figure out whether he's actually an agent or he's just dreaming it. And it's basically him taking on his evil wife, who's really an agent, working for the real bad guy, Chancellor Cohagen, played very well by Bryan Cranston from Malcolm in the Middle and Breaking Bad. And I have to say, Breaking Bad is a really good show. I keep singing praises for this. And anyways, it is actually pretty good. I recently watched Blade Runner, but that was okay. Anyways, this here is just disc 1 and disc 2. I already used the ultraviolet digital copy. So anyways, I watched this on the plane coming back from Vegas, so it basically brought back some memories. So anyways, next one I have is Peter Kay Live, the tour that didn't tour. And it was basically Peter Kay's like first show that he's done in like 7 years. So like it's like his live tour, and he's talking about all these. It's just mainly a stand-up DVD, but it's really funny. It's just absolutely hilarious. You know, me and my brother were sort of fans of his. We'd always watch Phoenix Nights, Max and Paddy's Road to Nowhere, but he's got the Pop Factor. Anyways, check it out. It's hilarious. Next one I got is Keith Lemon, the film. It's basically Keith Lemon who try to like, he's got this new invention that he's trying to sell off at this exhibition in London, and some guy gives him like, he fails to do so, and like a guy next to him who's like an Arab sells him like a load of mobile phones, basically a rip-off of the iPad, and he eventually sells them off as the Lemon phone, gets famous, and eventually ends up dating Kelly Brook. Now, this is actually a pretty funny film, although it does have some like pop cultural references that are like, I don't know, over 10 years old, so, but it does have some cameos in it, like from Bo Selector, Craig David, The Bear, Avid Marion, and I only watched a couple of episodes of Celebrity Juice, but he is actually pretty funny. Anyone in America won't get his comedy. Check this one out. Next one I have is The Number 23. This is basically Jim Carrey doing some serious acting, like he did with Man on the Moon, Eternal Sunshine, Spotless Mind, The Truman Show. Those were dramatic roles, and this is him taking a sinister, edgy role. It's basically Jim Carrey plays a dog catcher that, like, well, it's his birthday, and he was supposed to meet his wife at a bookstore, but, he had to chase this dog, so he was late, and his wife went into this bookstore and found a book called The Number 23 and buys it for him as his birthday. And as Jim Carrey's reading it, he begins to see some similarities between the book's protagonist and his own life. And it's basically him trying to figure out the ending to like the book, and it's basically trying to track down who wrote it. And it's all sort of based on the number 23 enigma. Like, for example, Julius Caesar was stabbed 23 times. 9/11 happened in 2001. 9 plus 11 plus 2 plus 0 plus 0 plus 1 equals 23. And all that stuff. And Jim Carrey does do a good job in this. I mean, he did do some good. He's practically good in everything. Or even in The Incredible Burt Wonderstone, even though everyone's slagging that film off. But that's a comedy, so what would I know? Anyways, here's the disc. Here's the book. So, yeah, this practically has like a big twist ending to it. So, recommend you sort of check this out if you're a Jim Carrey fan. If you've seen it, you probably wouldn't have, you'd probably just give this a right good beating. So, just whatever. Anyways, the next one I have is Bewitched, another film that people seem to be slagging off, and it's not really a straight up remake, but it's more of a movie about the remake. It's basically Will Ferrell playing this Hollywood actor that used to be famous, but now he's not, and tries to revitalize his career by appearing in a remake of Bewitched, and he hires this woman played by Nicole Kidman, who, unbeknownst to him, is actually a witch. Right? There's scenes where he puts curses on him and stuff like that, and it's actually a pretty good film. And I mainly saw this when I was like 11, so I wouldn't really know like criticism, whatever, purposes of criticism. I'd be one of those guys that's sort of easily entertained by anything. But now that I have like a sense of mind, I sort of like differ between actual films. So if you're a fan of Bewitched, then check this out because it has some sort of all these references to the show. Even Steve Carell appears as Uncle Arthur. So, but if you want to see this because everyone knows this is crap, but I like it. It's a good movie. So, whatever it is, check it out. Next one I have is Rock of Ages, which another film that it flopped at the box office, and yet they're making up for it with an extended cut. I especially like the cover here. It's all with Blu-ray cases purple, and it's basically a movie about. It's a musical about rock bands. It's one of those jukebox musicals where they take music from Journey, Def Leppard, Poison, and it's basically about a girl called Sherry who moves to Hollywood and tries to make it big as like a rock and roll singer, and has to work at like this bar, and it's kind of hard to explain. There's like multiple plot lines. There's even Catherine Zeta-Jones who is like this minister that's trying to get rid of rock and roll because it's sort of satanic and whatnot. And this is sort of it's alright movie. It's actually a pretty good film. I like especially I especially love Alec Baldwin and Russell Brand's rendition of "I Can't Fight This Feeling Anymore" by REO Speedwagon. It's actually pretty good. And Bryan Cranston has a small role in this, playing the mayor. This guy's in everything since Breaking Bad. Although I wouldn't really recommend watching him in Argo, though Argo is actually a pretty good film. Except in that film, Bryan Cranston has nothing to do with. In this film, it's sort of basically giving speeches and whatever. Just if you're a big fan of rock, this is a must. So check that out.